Hello, Star Wars and unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba, and I guess today, well, first of all, I apologize. I promise I do wash this shirt between viewings, but I just love this shirt so much, the Coca-Cola Galaxy's Edge shirt that I've just been wearing it a lot. So I usually like to, change out my t-shirt wear, so I'll be doing that, but I was just really excited about this, so I'm going to wear it a little bit longer. But today, at the time of me recording this, is May the 4th. So I want to just take this opportunity to wish all those Darth Tuba watchers out there a very happy May the 4th, and May the 4th be with you. And to those naysayers who say, oh, that's just a stupid thing, it's just a play on words, that has nothing to do with Star Wars, the real Star Wars Day is May 25th, blah, 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 get off my lawn, da, 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 da. All I can say is that, hey, can't we have both? Can't Star Wars be celebrated on multiple days? I say yes. In fact, I think the state of California has officially made today a holiday, as in, I don't know if banks are closed or anything, but it's a holiday in that it's okay. State recognizes May the 4th as officially as Star Wars Day, and I'm good with that. I am also going to celebrate it on Revenge of the 6th. Some people even say Revenge of the 5th. I will also celebrate on May 25th. I will also celebrate on May 19th. And for lack of that, I'm going to celebrate on December 20th because that's also when the sequels and a lot of the winter release movies come out. So we're good with that. Anyway, so what do I have today? Well, today's a shorter episode because it's not really an unboxing as much as it is an unbagging. A lot of new product came out today in the Hallmark store. I don't know if you can recognize this, but this is your standard kind of Hallmark paper bag. So I decided, I guess we're doing an unbagging today since most of this stuff does not require unboxing. Hallmark has been really hitting it out of the park with some great Star Wars crossover material. Of course, they've had their ornaments, and then just the other week we had our Star Wars Celebration exclusive Hallmark Ralph McQuarrie R2 and 3PO design ornaments, which I didn't actually unbox. I only took them out of the box that they came in the postage. But I will save that for when we do our unboxings with the standard ornaments, which will probably be sometime in either the summer or in the fall once we get into the holiday season. Okay, but the other items, there's a ton. If you go into any Hallmark store, and as usually if you go somewhere down the side or in the middle aisles towards the back, they have a little men's section. It's got a lot of men's stuff. I don't know why it's men's stuff, because Star Wars is definitely not just a men's thing anymore or a boys thing. But they, for Father's Day and things like that, they have Marvel and DC and Star Wars, and it's all kind of set up like that. And they have all these really cool, picture frames and banks and really cool stuff. I'm picking and choosing on it, so I picked I think in this case I picked 3 items that I wanted to kind of display and put out and show off for you. So why don't we just start with this item right here. Oop, slippery. Here we have it, and I'll get a close-up shot of it in a little bit. This is an Itty Bitty, which is an exclusive Hallmark item, and they're just little cutesy versions of the characters. And this is Farm Boy Luke with his little floppy hat, and of course he's sitting in a land speeder, and this is a plush land speeder, a much better rendition of a character in a vehicle than its first one, which was essentially Luke in an X-wing. But the X-wing was a cardboard X-wing. So this is actually a soft, fabric land speeder. Okay, it doesn't roll or anything. It's just a cute little thing. But the itty bitties are just adorable, and they're not very expensive. And it's a great way to collect something on a more inexpensive scale. They all kind of have a similar look in their face, little smiley faces. Okay, even the bad guys sometimes. So it's kind of cool. But this one came with a vehicle, and it is a plush vehicle. Okay, retails for about $20. Get the whole thing, get the figure with it. They're kind of attached. I'm probably going to just leave it like this. It even comes with a little poncho. It's a little serape. Really, really cute. I say such an improvement. I know, when the itty bitties were first coming with vehicles, I think the X-wing might have been first or among the first, and then they came out with, I think, a Star Trek one, a Captain either Kirk or Captain Picard, and it came in an Enterprise. I think it was Captain Picard and Worf from Star Trek The Next Generation, and it came in an Enterprise, but the Enterprise was plush. And I said, my goodness, why'd you do that for the Enterprise, but not, where's the love for the Star Wars? Because the cardboard one is just flimsy, and it's going to break and fall apart, and I think this is much better. So I think they've kind of improved their tech, and they were able to do this. So really cute. Okay, here he is going to the Tashi station to pick up some power converters. Okay, cool. So I'm actually going to put him right here on the side next to my Kylo Ren here. I keep knocking over Rey there, sorry. But there is the Luke Skywalker itty bitty with land speeder. Okay. Next item. Okay, we're not gonna end with the biggest. We're gonna end with the smallest, but check this out. I will get you some close-ups now. This is a Mos Eisley Cantina. I guess a growler, a jug. Oh my goodness, look how cool this is. I mean, it doesn't really serve much purpose other than, I guess you can put change in it. Or you could use it as a growler, I suppose. It does have a sealed cap on it. So if you wanted to take it to a brewery, and I think you can bring these kind of things and they tape the top shut, and then you can bring it home with you if you want to do that. But I just think that even just as a display piece, this is so cool. It's got Star Wars embroidered on the back, and on the front it says, "Come for the scum, stay for the villainy." And it has the band on it. Now, anybody who knows me knows that, whenever you can take Star Wars and music in any capacity and combine them, you got my vote. I love that. And the Cantina Band are my absolute favorite, ancillary characters from the Star Wars universe, okay? Even though, when you look at them, I don't know how many people know this, but essentially, they were a product of Rick Baker, who was, I believe, and you could, if anybody knows this and they want to correct this, please do in the comments. But I believe the way the story goes is that George Lucas had the Mos Eisley scene shot, and he was not happy with it at all. He didn't like the way the aliens looked. He didn't like anything about it. So he called up Rick Baker, and they kind of set up some mini sets to and added more characters. That's why there's a lot of quick cuts in the Cantina sequence where you see like a long shot of the whole place, but then you see all these like quick cuts of aliens, and they just added so much more to the otherworldliness of the Cantina. Well, a lot of those aliens, including the Cantina Band, were essentially just off the shelf, not off the shelf, they can go buy it in the store, but off the shelf style Rick Baker masks that he had made maybe for other like lower budget films or he was like, or maybe they were concepts that he was doing, and just grabbed what he could off the shelf and he doctored them up a little bit and he put them in. A lot of them are him, and a lot of the time when you see the band playing, I think it's him and a lot of the people that worked on Star Wars in the background that were just, people just, pretending to be the band, and they just quickly whip something together, and that just was part of the charm, and that's what people loved about it. So, but of course, big fan of the band. I'm so excited, on a side note, I'm glad I have my Galaxy's Edge shirt. I am so excited that we have a great thing coming with in Galaxy's Edge, where the Cantina there is going to have music being played by Rex, who's the DJ. He used to be the pilot of the Star Tours 1000, 3000, and now he is going to be, or Starship 3000, that's what it was, and now he's been retrofitted and now become a DJ robot, or DJ bot, DJ droid, and he's going to play some favorites of the Cantina Band, and they actually played a few samples of some music that's going to be heard in the Cantina. And I heard it's going to be like a 3-hour loop or something. That is awesome. I cannot tell you how excited I am about that. So before we get to our third one, I do want to take an opportunity right now to mourn or to pay tribute to Peter Mayhew. Now, Peter Mayhew, for those who don't know, and if you're watching this channel, how could you not know this? Peter Mayhew was the original Chewbacca. He was the actor inside the costume. He was 7'3", a gentle giant as you were, although I believe he wasn't actually a giant. He just happened to be abnormally large or tall. I don't think he was whatever the definition of a giant, but I had the good fortune to meet him several times through my fandom, going to different conventions and whatnot. And in fact, one of the best meetings I had was I took my daughter to the Star Wars Celebration in LA. I believe that was Celebration 4, if I'm not mistaken. And he was there, and my daughter would make a lot of drawings. She was, she's now an artist, a professional artist. But when she was younger, she was, just getting into the craft and the activity. And she did a lot of doodles of a lot of the characters. Some were great, some were okay, but they were all, done with a lot of heart and a lot of love for the franchise and for the characters. And what we did was everything that she drew, we made a copy of, and we gave them the original, and we had them, the actors, if they were up for it, sign the copies for us. So Peter Mayhew was one of the very excitable actors that was so happy to receive this from Queen. He was always so good with fans and being able to interact with them. So I was extremely excited for my daughter to be able to meet him, and for me to be able to meet him. And I've met him a few times before and since, and he was just always so great with the fans. So so sorry to hear that he had passed away. Our thoughts go out to his wife Angie and to his children and to all the people that were closest to him. I understand that they are going to have several kind of memorial service type things for him over the year. So just check your social media for looking for things like that. But rest in peace, Peter Mayhew. Thank you for all of you've done for fandom, and we'll always be appreciative of how you helped keep the flame of Star Wars going all these years, and we will miss you. So, and it's kind of fitting that I saved this last item after speaking about good old Mr. Mayhew and his Chewbacca character, because the last item that just came out for May the 4th, or around May the 4th, was from Hallmark Keepsake, the Medal of Yavin. That's right, the Medal of Yavin. It's a kind of miniature, a slightly miniature version of it. And this is on Pop Minded, which is essentially the Hallmark kind of all year brand. It's not just around during the holidays. So this can be hung at the Christmas time, or it can be hung on any time. But instead of waiting on this, I think I want to do an unboxing for this right now. So we are going to do that. These are not in any way. When I was in the store, there were plenty available, so I'm sure you can find them. I love the medal. I think the medal is a great thing, but I say, and it's appropriate that this came kind of in following up on the Chewbacca mention, because he is in a situation where, if you recall, in A New Hope at the very end, Han Solo got a medal, Luke Skywalker got a medal, but Chewie didn't get a medal. Now, I understand it's been resolved and retconned in many different formats, both in the Legends series and I think even in the new series. So who knows? Okay, I'm not sure, but I love the idea of the medal. And I'll get some close-ups of this. This is, again, it's more of an ornament. It's very heavy, all right? So if you are going to put it on a tree limb, just be careful. You need a lot of weight to it. So from the front of it, it's funny. It's like, it actually almost looks like, I said it's miniature. It looks almost full size. I think the strap is obviously miniature, but the medal itself is pretty close to full size. Now on the front, it has the whatever design that they had for the front of the medal, and on the back, it has Star Wars and basically a copy of kind of an imprint of one of the movie posters with Vader's head and Luke and Leia and the X-wing fighters all shooting up from the left side of the poster. So that is the medal itself. So I'm going to call this, in my own canon, I'm going to call this Chewie's medal. All right. So it is really cool. It will probably not be it will not be limited to the holidays. In fact, I might even figure out a way to get it. Oh, maybe I'll just hang it up right up here. I bet you I can do that. All right, let's see if I can get this to fit without knocking too many things over here. There we go. All right, there's our medal. Okay, so there it is. It's donning the Darth Tuba studio proudly. So that will do it for this week's episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. Be sure to check out all of our videos on YouTube. Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification button. Send the word out. Again, I'm not doing this to make money. I'm not doing this for any type of Patreon or anything, at least as of yet. Maybe if we ever get into like the 10,000 subscriber area, which I don't see happening for a very long time, I might reconsider. But for now, it's just a fun way to share my love of Star Wars to anybody out there. Spread the word. Let people know. I also have an Instagram and Twitter account at Darth Tuba. And you can also check out my unboxing page on Facebook, Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing page. Leave comments or email me, darthtuba77@gmail.com, if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, may the Force be with you.